Hi, this is Amari, my favorite drink.
Vbck podcast Sunday 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. You know what I mean? My name is Vbck, and you don't know my co-host over there with the magical fingers, Mr. DJ CEO Cat, and to my left, Sir George Prophet. You know what I mean? They can't stop it. How you doing, world? Because we're doing fine. I hope you're doing fine too. Yes, it's another episode. Gentlemen, what's going on?
Nice day outside.
Beautiful.
Tell you that.
Beautiful
day. Know what I mean? Too bad I ain't jumping on the grill
it's
today.
an understatement to say nice day outside. I mean, because you're up in the mountains in a cat. To you, it's just nice. But to me and Prophet driving up to the mountains, beautiful, man. Beautiful, you know what I mean? What do you say, Prophet?
Very,
Very.
very beautiful.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. So, welcome back.
Yes. Fresh. Oh, for those of you people who is wondering why he's welcoming me back to the show. I never left the show, but welcoming me back to my seat, you know, because for the last 2 weeks, because I was in paradise, you know what I mean? You know, I wasn't able to sit in this big white chair right here. You know what I mean? I had to do the podcast from the beautiful place called Jamaica. You know what I mean? But it was fun. It was fun. Yes.
It looked like you was just down the street, though. And I watched the video, I said, you look like you was like probably next door or something. You look like you was in Jamaica.
It's the Jamaica connection.
Your
man.
video quality and them cleaner than me and George Prophet quality, you know?
Hey. I had to give kudos to my daughter, you know what I mean? She hooked me up, man.
Yeah.
She put me in front of some lights and thing on the wall, and she said, all right, there you go. That's how you present yourself to the camera. I'm like, okay. It's a tropical thing, you know? It's a tropical thing.
Okay.
You know when Jamaica don't do things normal. It's always a little over the top, you know what I mean? Polished.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what you were seeing.
Okay. You had fun?
Oh, that's an understatement, man. It's an understatement, you know. Jamaica is fun.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What was all right? So let me ask you this then: what was your most memorable part of your visit while you was there?
Well, first and foremost, I went to Jamaica to put a headstone on my grandaunt's grave.
Oh,
That's the purpose. No, it's beautiful.
rest in peace, sir.
No, man, it's a beautiful thing, you know what I mean? Yeah. You gotta understand, you know, my grandaunt lived to 96, you know, with peace. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, so when you say beautiful part, that was a beautiful part, you know what I mean? But apart from that, my beautiful part was I drove from Kingston to Portland, back to Kingston. I think over the 7 days, I drove that stretch about 4 different times.
Oh,
Because I was going back and forth in different days. So that alone is just beautiful for me, bro. You know what I mean? I mean, anybody out there that ever been to Jamaica, you know, any Jamaicans know what I'm talking about. You're driving from Kingston to Portland, and you're driving up through Stony Hill, you know, down to Castleton, you know, through St. Mary, into Portland, all the way to Portland. It's just a gorgeous drive, especially on a sunny day. Yeah, it's a beautiful stretch, beautiful drive. A little bit risky driving down to the junction if you don't.
because of the road. Or the
because
roads
of the
are-
road, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not used to it, you know what I mean? Because you constantly have to be on your every little corner.
Yeah.
George will tell it, because you know.
Yeah, you know,
but
kind of like them a Jamaica, no easy,
but,
you know.
Yeah, but it's a beautiful experience. Even though you experience it a lot, every trip is an experience, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure anybody who's on the podcast that ever been to Jamaica and do that ride or any other ride in Jamaica can attest to it. It's just beautiful. It's the islands. It's mountains. It's green, you know what I mean?
So I know you have a couple of the yard meal. Which one was memorable? Which one of them where you say, okay, that was the one?
What?
Meal.
Meal?
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's you can't ask me that, bro. I mean, oh man.
Okay.
I remember what all right, go ahead, George, yes, sir.
Oh, let me take you out of your misery. Have you been to Boston?
Not this trip, no. I haven't gone. No, I haven't been to Boston.
You haven't eaten any of the famous Portland jerk pork? Boston
no,
jerk pork?
No, I haven't been to Boston this trip, bro.
I couldn't imagine that, Veggie.
I haven't been to Boston.
Luckily,
But-
I never bet.
But my stepson cooked some pork in the day. That was something. In Portland, you know, my stepson cooked some pork. We buy some pork and we cooked that. Big up to Kevin, anyway there. Mr.
Yeah.
Ice himself, you know.
Definitely.
That was off the chain. Because you know when the real scratch bonnet Jamaican pepper, they eat that, you know, man. Flavor, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't go to the beach?
No, you know, I didn't go to the beach. Guess what? On Sunday when I decided I was going to go to the beach, we jumped in the car, drove to Portland, and by the time we get to St. Mary, it was raining. Early in the morning.
Okay.
Rain all day,
Yeah,
bro.
because when I spoke, you told me it was raining.
It was raining all day. You know what I mean? And by the way, that's where I got the pork, because we just decided to just cook some food at home
Yeah.
and drink some juice and just chill. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
And by the time I finished the podcast, I was heading back to Kingston.
You know, VBCK podcast gotta go there. We have to do a show
yeah.
physically
Yeah.
out there in Jamaica.
In Jamaica.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. Yeah,
That'll be fun.
We're going to build it up and work on
I
that.
mean, some shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Definitely.
not a show.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Some shows.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Okay. Well, you know,
So all the audience that's listening out there, you know, there going to becomes a time when we're taking trips to Jamaica, and all the VBCK podcast fans, you know, going to be welcome to take that trip with us. Right now, we're in the beginning stage, and you guys are holding us down. We appreciate that. So your foundation now, you know what I mean? So, you know, we're going to set those future trips up, and you're going to be all coming with us to Jamaica to host the show. You know what I mean?
yep. And do remember to log into vbckpodcast.com. You can watch us all live there. You know what I mean? We live on Facebook. We live on worldhyperadio.com. We live on whrfm.com. You know what I mean? VBCK podcast is growing rapidly.
Yep.
You see what I say? We got a three-headed, I'm not going to say snake. I'm going to like the word snake.
See,
Give me a word for that. Three-headed what?
monster.
Monster. That's Mr. George Prophet, Mr. Veggie Bone, and CEO Cat himself. You know what I mean? We take the time out every Sunday at 4 p.m. sharp to give you guys content, let you guys know what's going on in the music. And, you know, sometimes something happen, you know, we may touch on it. But our main thing is what?
Music and entertainment.
Music and
A little bit
entertainment.
of social aspects, what's going on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for real. So today is Sunday. I want to start a conversation with you guys. I have been noticing for a while, I'm not seeing any new talent, new act, new artists getting on certain stage. All I see is the same old acts, year after year after year after year. You know, I'm not seeing any new talent coming through. You know, Mr. Kata, Mr. Veggie, you know, do you have anything you can say?
You're talking
that
about
topic?
reggae festivals around the world?
Yes, and mainly Jamaican. I'm speaking mainly Jamaican new talent.
Well, I must say, first of all, the reason why you see repetitions of artists all the time, you're always gonna have, you know, certain artists that always on is always on those bills. Now, I think what's happening for the past couple of years with the emergence of young new reggae acts. I shouldn't say young, but new reggae acts in Jamaica. I use young because it's always the future. So, you know what I mean? Is because I think what's happening is most young Jamaicans are not really doing reggae, roots rock, lovers rock, rubber dub music. They're mostly focused on dancehall music. Not to say dancehall music doesn't share the stage, but most of these reggae festivals, that's why it's called a reggae festival. Zin, most of these big reggae festivals around the world is more geared to band music, roots rock reggae, lovers rock reggae, dub reggae. You understand what I'm saying, Cap?
Yeah.
So you're not gonna see. So we don't have a lot of those type of artists coming up in Jamaica anymore, and the very few that's doing that is not getting the highlight out of Jamaica. You understand what I'm saying? Because remember now, Jamaica is the hub of reggae music in the world. The hub. You understand? So people around the world look to Jamaica for the next big thing, for who is hot, who is doing it here, who is doing that, which name is emerging. And I think Jamaica itself is suppressing the talent in that various areas of the roots rock reggae or the lovers rock reggae. You know what I mean? They're not getting enough exposure in Jamaica. So if they're not being exposed in Jamaica, or the stage is not there for them to showcase, you know, or to come through, the rest of the wider world is not going to see it. So nobody is going to request it on a big reggae festival, you know what I mean? Or if a manager or a agent try to put them on, they have to go do tremendous work to put them on now because nobody know about them. So I just think dancehall is dominating the space inside of Jamaica, and most people are interested in that space. So it's suffocating the reggae, the roots rock, the lovers rock, the dub reggae artists. So that's why I think, now that's just my opinion, that's why I think you're not seeing the emergence of new reggae acts around the world and all these various festivals. Again, too, the rest of the world is caught up with us. So what happened is, too, you know, there is not a, I wouldn't say a need, but there is not a so much of a rush like first time to get Jamaican artists to sing reggae, or you know what I mean? Because there's young artists, other artists is popping up all over Europe and Africa who sings reggae.
All over the world.
So yeah, so the feel is more crowded too. So they can these festivals can draw for talents all over the world when it comes to reggae, not just Jamaica anymore. So that's another problem too. So we're blocking our own from emerging because the space is cultivated now by dancehall. And secondly, there is more people in the world that's actually singing reggae from even the same country that's keeping the festival. So they're getting the opportunities. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you look on these festivals, you do see new emerging acts. They're just not from Jamaica. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you have a point, and a valid point. And I also know that you have permanent figures. I don't know if that's the right term. Big artists, big acts that sometimes doesn't want to perform with the new artists as well. And I'm sure.
Why you think is that though?
Wait,
All right, good.
I'll come to that. I am sure that put pressure on the promoters. Well, that question that you just asked, I'll let Mr. Veggie answer that question.
Don't forget the clap on the bombs over there.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, all right. There's a lot of moving parts to this question. It's not just a cut and dry question, right, Kat? When you say
Yeah.
why is that?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make it short. First thing is, if you're on top or you're dominating a space, right? You're always gonna be a little, you're not supposed to be that way, but you're always gonna be a little, weary of the upcoming artists. Because the upcoming artist is trying to come dominate the same space that you're in. You understand what I'm saying? The upcoming artist sometimes is even catching a hotter fire than you because you've been around for a while. You're cooling down. They're coming up. They're the young, exciting, emerging artists. So a lot of people is afraid of that. You know what I mean? Shouldn't be, but you're afraid of that. So to answer your questions, I just think, a lot of people will block because they don't want to share the space because they think you might dominate them on stage. Or you understand what I'm saying? The momentum may swing. You understand what I'm saying? So in order to not get in that predicament, they rather separate themselves or give themselves space from the emerging talent. Because it's not easy to stay on top, It's hard to get up there and it's harder to stay up there because the young talent that's coming up or the new thing, because it doesn't necessarily have to be young, but the new thing or the new sound is always a threat to the present sound or the old sound. So I just think that's why most people don't want to share the stage.
Well, okay. Well, this take us back to a conversation we had the other day. We're talking about new talent to be exposed and all these things. So if the bigger artists, they try to block young artists, there's no way the new artist is going to get exposed. So to me, this is telling me that they are part of the problem crippling
The industry.
the industry.
You said the older artists, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
Why they don't want to work with the younger artists, though? I don't get it.
I just explained it to you. You weren't listening. So the whole idea is that they see it as a competition or a threat. Music in itself is a competition, whether you are in it directly or indirectly. It's a competition. It's entertainment. You're trying to sell a product. So everybody who's in that space are competing. You may not have it in your mind necessarily that, oh, I'm competing with that guy, I'm competing with that girl. But the problem is, once you're in the space, you're selling a product, it's competition. Is that right?
Yes,
so
it
anybody who is on top in the competition always not going to be willing to just open the floodgate for somebody to take them off their throne. You understand? Even if that's not even their mindset. But all right, when we were growing up in Jamaica, right? Remember, we used to go to the dance hall, and to hold the mic and sing. Right?
Yeah.
Most times, if not all times you go there, you don't go there, leave your house with your little crew, go there to compete with anybody. But when you get there, you realize it's a competition. What you're going to do? You got to defend yourself. You can't flap and go home. You understand what I'm saying? You got to rep now for your community or for whatever your little crew that you come with. So automatically you find yourself on a defense. So take it into a wider concept. It's the same thing in the real world of music. Music is always a competition. Entertainment is a competition because everybody wants to be on top. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't want to share space with an emerging talent because an emerging talent can actually end your career, whether you want to believe it or not.
That's true.
On a good night.
That's true.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of people is
They know
not
that.
so fond of sharing. I don't think they actually blocking because in Jamaica we say, oh, them are black. I don't think it's really a blocking because the organizer, if you're an artist and I'm paying you $100,000 to perform on this show and you're a big artist, with a lot of notoriety, you don't really have to say, who else is on the show, who not on the show. Some shows, if it's really big enough show,
hold on. It's all depends.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Depends on the show.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If it's a big enough show. Now, if I was a promoter, right, and I want you to be on a show because I think you're a quality artist, can draw a lot of fans, and I want on some younger artists on the show, and you said to me, oh, I don't want these younger artists on the show, and I see that these younger artists are emerging artists, I would have that decision to make. You understand? So it's not just you who don't want these people to perform on the show. Because personally as a promoter, I'm the one that's responsible for spending my money. I would rather promote the emerging artists, you understand what I'm saying, than the existing artists that their career is probably midway or fully. The reason why, if I can build a relationship with these emerging artists, I'm going to be better off in the future as a promoter or a promoter than this artist right here that's career is almost over.
But stick a pin. You would be like 1 out of 10,000.
Well, I want to be one out of 10,000.
Because you know what? Promoters nowadays, let me not say all, most promoters nowadays, it's not about the talent that the artist is going to bring. It's not about the performance. It's all about the crowd and the money.
Well, all right. So, let me say this. Remember now, a promoter is an investor.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
What are you investing for? To make money.
Yes.
Now you have different types of promoters. See, I would be a promoter where, yes, I want to make money, but I all want to give you quality for your money. So for me, all of the above would come in play. I want to make money. I want the type of artist that can draw the audience, but also I want quality. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not just looking at the money itself. I rather take less money and have a quality show. Because if I have a quality show, it may have longevity.
Again, you're 1 in 10,000.
I want to be 1 in 10,000.
Okay, I was listening to a conversation the other day with Bugle. And he was talking.
Who's Bugle? Let the people know who's
Bugle
Bugle.
is a, we call it DJ in Jamaica.
So he's a reggae artist.
Reggae artist from Portland.
Yeah, he's a roots dancehall reggae artist. A roots dancehall reggae artist. Yeah.
And
Big up yourself, Bugle.
yeah, he was having a conversation with someone and he's talking about big shows. And why he's not on certain big shows. Because in my opinion, he deserves to be on it because he's a quality artist and thing. And the answer he gave made me think. He says there are 2 type of top artists. He said there is an artist out there that will pull a crowd. But there's another artist out there that might not pull that amount of crowd. But he will please the crowd.
Yeah.
So why not bring a crowd puller
And a crowd pleaser.
and a crowd
Please,
crowd
that
pleaser?
makes sense.
That makes sense.
So that's
Yeah.
a balance, right?
So
Yeah.
most people, they're not thinking about who's going to please the crowd. They're thinking about who's going to pull the
Pull
crowd.
the crowd.
And then after the show over, the show was boring.
Well, not most people, because remember, the audience doesn't have anything to do with pulling the crowd or pleasing the crowd. They come to be pleased.
Yeah.
The promoters is the ones that booking these artists. So the promoters, because they're driven by money, they're thinking about somebody who can pull crowd, because they're thinking money. If you understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So because they're thinking money, they're thinking about who can pull the crowd. But if you pull the crowd and can please the crowd, your promotion, your company, your show will be flopped for the next year, because most people now, people don't forget. They're going to say, I'm not going to George Prophet stage show because...
that was a boring...
big artists, them did that, them, in Jamaican term, them not go on with nothing. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? And I go over to Catch Show, and trust me, a two little artists did that, they brought, they mash up the place. You understand what I'm saying, Cat?
Yeah.
So promoters have to start thinking about pulling and pleasing. You have to have a balance, pulling and pleasing. You have to get an act that can pull the crowd, but you have to also have acts there that can please the crowd. You know what I mean? Because in entertainment, Cat, we know, some names are bigger than some. No matter how you check it, everybody's not on the same level in terms of popularity or exposure and advertisement and marketing. So some name, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So somebody's name may be bigger than some, but that doesn't mean they're a better artist or a better performer. You know what I'm saying?
You just have a bigger name.
So
All right, so I was watching on the same subject, right? Because you see a lot of the older artists don't want to perform and the younger artists them. You think there's a separation there? Or, you know what I mean, maybe they think that because the younger artists not doing the younger the older style music, they don't want to mix it.
I was gonna say that too, because I don't think it's the older a lot of older artists that want to perform with the younger artists. I just think organizers of shows, promoters, agents, you know, the whole apparatus has to find some type of balance of mix and mingling to make the whole production comes together where it fits, each complements and fits each other. You understand what I'm saying? Because me and you know, old school reggae is a total different from new school reggae.
Yeah.
You're going to hear it right down the line, the difference. So you have to find a way how to bridge the gap. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you have a reggae festival in Jamaica or anywhere,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be a reggae festival. I'm not to do with old and new, you know.
Yeah.
It has to do with music. You understand what I'm saying? And by the way, if I was keeping a festival, it has to have both old and new. Why? Because you have to have the root of the music come from. If you keep a music festival, it could be a blues festival, R&B festival, rhythm and blues. I mean, rock and roll festival, any festival. You can't just have the current set a new music feed. That's not a music festival.
You know, I was watching cause you know when it was at the Shabba, this Bounty and all this stuff. I ain't getting into that. I'm just saying that same it's on the same topic because Bounty Killer was saying the reason why he's still relevant right now is because, you know, how old is Bounty Killer now?
I'm not sure.
He's in his 50, right?
Yeah.
50 something.
I'm
Anyway.
about 50 years old.
Yeah, he's 50. Anyway, him say he's an older artist, so if you hear some of him song them what him do now, they sound more up to time. Now, see, I didn't know. I knew people used to write for Bunty. Like, you know, I heard one or two names, but I thought Bunty write majority of his songs. I'm not going to say he don't, but from what he's saying, that right now, him get the young guys to write for him. Mm-hmm. So he could stay.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you don't think like the next generation, but you're still living. So it's good to incorporate young people to stay relevant. Yeah. Not that you couldn't stay relevant, but if you want to stay more relevant, because you still have a lot to give to the culture and society. So listen, music is a collaborative thing, you know.
Yeah.
It's down in the last 15 years, I see all these separations of parts of music. And I just think it's because of watered down talent and people that's not talent in them area. Why we see so much separation. Oh, you're too old. Oh, you're too young. Oh, this. Oh, that. Oh, this. You know what I mean? Like, never used to be like that. Music is just a collaborative thing. You know what I mean? Somebody could be 90 and sing a hit song right now.
True.
Because if a song bad and God and reach people, it doesn't reach people. It doesn't matter how young you are.
But when it comes to age and music, only hip-hop put age on music.
No man, dancehall start doing it in the last 15 years.
They started.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, big time.
They
Big
are
time. If
following
you're
it up.
30 now, if you're a 30-year-old now, you're old in dancehall because the young youth, we are 16, want to get you out of the way, because you want to come up. So him just start telling you you're old. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? That's stupid.
Yeah. And for the young youth, them not no respect for the.
Oh, that totally gone outside of reggae and dancehall completely. Yeah, that's gone, unfortunately, but that's gone
I try
completely.
not to use it, not a respect. I use the word, they are very aggressive.
Yeah, they are, bro.
And ungrateful. yeah, ungrateful because, listen, you cannot come up in some space, right, that somebody plant some seeds in so that you could come today to get an opportunity and you disrespect that.
Yeah.
I don't care what you want to say, how you want to say it, that's a no-no. You understand? That's called ungrateful. You understand what I'm saying? Jamaican artists, elders that really paved the way, both in reggae and dancehall, not getting the respect that they're due.
That is true.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, we're not saying every young people nowadays now give elders respect, because a lot of them do. So, kudos to those who are doing it. But in general, a lot of people will pave way out here, man, not getting the respect they're supposed to in our culture. People just come and they just do them thing and them try to go on like say boy, them arrive and nobody can say nothing to them. Oh no, man. That tree can't grow without the root, brother.
Yeah, but what
A
is
tree,
now?
you ever see a tree stand up in the sky by itself?
No, hell
Oh
no.
yeah, so I'm just saying, big up to all of the legendary, artists in Jamaica, the pioneers, the writers, the producers, you know what I'm saying? Even the labor owners, even though we know so back in the day, some of the labor owners them not treat the singers them and the writers them proper, but we still have to big them up because that's the legacy and the legendary music, fraternity with them people. You build the sound man them, you understand what I'm saying? Select, the back in the day selectors, you understand what I'm saying? Everybody, radio personnels that contribute to the music. Big respect. Because still, those foundation music, reggae music, is still jamming in the world today, all over the world. Still have cultivate new parts in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's for real. But back to Cat, with the dancer. I'm paying a bit of attention to dancehall from the other day. I never used to pay no much attention to dancehall because I'm a lover's act.
Yeah.
I love to listen and watch the singers. But boy, I tell you, the dancehall right now, I don't know if I dancehall because something when I see in the dancehall, me as I must be pawn shop or
Something else.
I don't know.
But we have to work with it still because if a modern dancer, let's like
So
this, a
what you
modern
saying?
dancer.
The music or how they acting? Which part of it?
Music and
Everything.
Where
The whole acting.
I refuse as of today. I not call it dancehall.
You have a name for it?
No yet.
Not yet. That's the name.
Oh, no yet. Maybe you're right.
Well,
That's the name right there.
Well,
Not
this
yet.
are the thing though. We might feel some type of way, but we still have to call it dancehall because that's what it is.
Yeah, that's
it's
what it is.
dancehall emerged to. So,
It's a different time we're living in.
It's just what I would say. I would call it a nowadays dancehall.
A different type of dancehall.
Nowadays dancehall, a different type of dancehall.
Yeah.
Not the dancehall that originally.
Not the original
what
dancehall,
supposed
different
to
type
be,
of
you know what I
dancehall.
mean?
What if Reggie, when I was a young boy growing up, young kid, if a girl acts certain, we say that a skettle
Yeah.
or bata years. We have all different kind of description, for call it. But these young girls are getting teaching in the dance hall to be some kind of way.
Well, we're talking about dancehall music and we're talking about action of people.
Oh, the music and the action.
Yeah, but you can't tell people how to act. So when we did young, cause you can't talk about the most outrageous thing you can talk about now. When we did young, back then people there said that are the most outrageous thing. So the same thing.
Yeah.
Because action of people still not define who a human being is, especially in a dancehall space. You can get the most educated, sane, knowledgeable person in a gyrate space at the moment and do the most ridiculous, crazy, say the most crazy thing. That doesn't mean that they're not a fine specimen of a human being. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
dancehall space, that's why dancehall space is different from the general reggae space. The general reggae space is more conscious, social. You understand what I'm saying? Livity. You understand what I'm saying? Uphold certain morals and integrity. The general dancehall space have all those ingredients too, with the worst of it and the best of it. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to look on dancehall out of two lenses. You can't look on dancehall at the same lens or you look on the general reggae. You understand what I'm saying? Dancehall is like the schoolyard. Reggae is like the classroom. You understand what I'm saying? Now, you're unruly when you come in that classroom. Because you know a teacher will penalize you. Everybody's at their best behavior. But when the bell go ping, 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 and you come out in the schoolyard, then it's always the person who was the most sane in the classroom become the most ridiculous person in the class. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean they're bad people, with bad intentions. It's just a certain liberty and a certain vibe. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say, with all honesty, I mean, I'll take back my talk. I'm not trying to say they are bad people or anything, but with all honesty, I don't my place. You understand?
You're a lover's rock, so you know what I mean.
So
Everybody
but
have
that's
what
what-
the section them like, you know.
Yeah,
what
but
I mean?
that's what
So-
I'm saying though. The reason why I stop you right there with the description, if it's not your thing, that doesn't mean that it's not somebody else's thing.
Oh.
You understand what I'm saying? Because there's plenty of people like that
Millions.
space. Yeah, millions of
Millions.
people love that space.
Tens
That's
of
why,
millions.
See, me, I love dancehall, Because I love music right across the board. Me like you, I'm a lover's rock person. I love singing. See? But me love dancehall. Why? Because I grew up in an era on dancehall singing. Not so much reggae singing. You understand what I'm saying, Kat?
Yeah.
I grew up in dancehall, Because remember, in the 80s and 90s, singers dominate dancehall.
Oh, yeah.
Not DJ. Most people don't even realize that. Singers was the one that dominate dancehall, but that was dancehall singing. It was a little bit different from a man that sing straight roots or sing. What you get in dancehall singing back then was a mixture between roots rock, lovers rock, and dancehall style. You understand what I'm saying? That's why it trickled down today where people start talking about Sing J. Because at that time it has emerged from that style of come down. You understand what I'm saying?
Because singers was even more respected those days. Those days, if you have a DJ and a singer gonna be on the mic, first thing, they bring down the singer
Yeah.
and the DJ.
Yeah.
But when you say
Well, it's not-
DJ,
it's not-
you know what we call it now, because
An artist.
Artist.
A dancehall artist.
Dancehall
We
artist.
call it DJ.
But-
yeah, DJ, the word DJ means disc jockey and a radio. But in Jamaican terms, we say a DJ, a man who toasts the mic, who talk lyrics. An artist is a DJ. You understand?
we grew up saying DJs and singers.
But it wasn't so much that a singer has more respect. It was just the format. It was the format.
Singers
Because
first.
singing is more modest and moderate. So what happened is, before you start making up a lot of noise on the mic, it would be sound more aggressive for the singer to come after you.
Yeah.
So what they do, they would allot the singer first. They turn the rhythm over and they would put the singer on, and then the singer mellow out the mood,
And
and
then
then the
really-
aggression of the DJ would come in. So it's not really about you respect the singer more, you respect the DJ more. It's just the format that we used to use. You understand what I'm saying? A matter of fact, even today, if you go anywhere at all, you would still get the same format. It doesn't really change, but it's just that with the style doesn't change. You don't find a lot of artists singing on sound systems anymore. So you don't see that as much. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just got a text just now. Somebody said to me that the era of dancehall was much better back then. But let me comment on that real quick. Now, we have to really wake up and realize that things don't stay the same forever. You have the older we get, the different you see certain things. You know what I mean? Now, yes, it changed a lot for this era.
Yeah.
You understand? So we can't expect it to stay the same because
It evolved to different things.
two different things, and we got to look at it that way.
But Cat, what the person said is correct though.
It is.
Even though things evolve and changed,
Yeah.
we can sit here and nobody can debate that. The reason why, me I listen dancehall from me a little baby from 1978. I'm not afraid of my age.
Yeah.
From 1978. So yes, I can tell somebody that dancehall, exactly what that person said is correct to the T. If you go to a baseball game or you go to a basketball game, right? The jersey change, the shoes change,
Yeah.
even the court change. The playing is the same. People cheer the same way.
They cheer the same
so
way,
the
but
problem, so
yeah.
the problem in dancehall is it's the first time in our history the whole industry of dancehall just change up, brother, and it's not for the better. So what that person is saying is nobody not knock dancehall, and that's the ignorance. As soon as you start saying the structure of how we used to do things change, everybody like, oh, you can't expect it to be the same. Of course it's not going to be the same. We're not talking about just the music itself. We're talking about the attitude of artists, attitude of people who say they're a promoter. You understand what I'm saying? The whole lingua, the whole culture of it changed totally, and it's really not for the better of the culture or the genre. You know, see the progress. There is no progress. Over the years, you could see where it's progressing. Now there's no progress there. It's more like a war within. You understand? It's like more like a war and fight within rather than growth.
Yeah.
So it's true. It's you know what I mean? It's not about knocking it down to say, yeah, we agree. I've seen it. The rhythm structure and the development of artist structure, you know, intelligence of artists, you know, all of those have evolved. But we hit a crescendo now, brother. We hit a crescendo now. If you really, any young person now, rather than getting mad when somebody say, boy, dance all go dance, go and look at history. Go and educate yourself. There is enough clippings out there of Sting 1990 or 1987, Reggae Sound Splash in Japan in 1982. Go look. There's so much clippings.
Yeah.
Zane, you can go actually see your fellow Jamaicans before you were born performing on all these major stage shows around, and you can make a comparison for yourself and say, wow, that's what they were doing compared to what, I mean,
Yeah.
you don't have to fuss with anybody and say, oh, things evolve and you expect things to be the same. That's also an ignorant sugarcoating. You understand? Because nobody not knocking no youths nowadays. No, me love dancehall right now. You understand what I'm saying? There's plenty of artists and plenty of
Yeah,
songs
me love
me hear what me
dancehall
like.
right now too.
Listen, some of the songs them all are foolishness and me like them same way. Just the way them put it together and the melody. You understand what I'm saying? It don't make no sense to me at all, but me love it same way because of music. See? But what we would like to see is the development and the growth that dancehall was upon, the trajectory it upon. Right now, no man can tell me nothing. Nah, move, brother. It gets stagnant, it's stuck. And it all have to do with the attitudes and the whole indiscipline and thing of the artists today. And the malice and the jealousy and the hypocrisy and the foolishness where they stick up dancehall. You understand what I'm saying? It's not gonna work. Yeah. You know what I mean? And one or two people that eat food, and and everybody try to be that way, but you have to restructure the
yes,
thing.
even with clash these days, them something are not really clash, you know, life and death, you know. Something, you know.
When you say
You
clash,
see, what me mean-
you mean artist to artist or sound
Yeah,
system?
artist to artist. You know what I say? You remember when Super Cat and Ninja Man them and Beanie Man them, you have the musical something, and you hear people that say certain things, but nowadays,
Fist knock, you know.
them not tell them, man. Nowadays,
Hold on. Let's remember the people. So VBCK podcast, remember, every Sunday 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. It's getting heated in the studio right here. So you may hear us going off in one era or another, but that's called compassion. When we start talking about dancehall music and reggae music, you know what I mean? It get combative and it get compassion. So, you know, we're just going from one place to the other. So bear with us, join in the conversation, get online, leave your comment.
call us up.
Yeah, call us up, tell us what you think. Yeah.
I'm going to give you the phone number, 848-480-6371. 848-480-6371. That's the number to get us in studio. Call up, voice your opinion. You know, we want to hear your opinion too.
First of all, okay.
Yeah.
The artists now clash again.
I don't clash that.
Them artists are not clash again. One man stay over here in the studio and send
one message to social media
song to George over here. So
yeah.
George never see me, never buck him in the street yet, and I saw them do clash nowadays. Them are not clash.
I'm not clash that. Yeah, foolishness.
That's garbage.
Exchange lyrics.
And on social media, a clash from over there.
A social media war.
Yeah, a social media war.
And then you have the people them will take side now on social media. So I saw them all live. We not see clash like how we used to see clash.
No.
Like Ninja Man and Supercat up on stage and a clash. Lyrics for lyrics.
Yeah.
Zane and the people them decide down in the audience. You don't have that no more. So you know what I mean?
And you know why it's like that, I think? Because there's a lot of stuff that come with.
Well,
when we're supposed to come with it.
Yeah, because
that's why they don't want to meet, because it's a dangerous situation.
Hold on again too.
Yeah.
No disrespect.
Yeah.
Them DJ nowadays, I don't care what nobody wants to say. Them not have lyrics like some DJ back then. The first time I listened to Clash, I never forgot. Papa San, Lieutenant Stitchy. They talk so fast, I couldn't
a big time lyrical, something that.
I couldn't, I know I don't hear some of the words.
Well, that's the next thing again. And trust me, you're
the
right.
Lyrics
on.
was
You're
there.
right on. No, a lot of people now are going to like hear it. Because, of course, let's face it, most people don't like hear the truth. No matter what type of topic you talk about, most people don't want to say, rationally say, a true. None of them artists are nowadays. No dancehall artists on the planet right now, we're young. Can't test, then can't even test the 20th great artist back in the 90s. The 20th. We never talk about the number one, you know. The 20th greatest artist. Anybody want vex can vex. No artist right now in a dancehall space. We are DJ. We are dancehall DJ. Me I talk about. Me not talk about singers or anybody. DJ. You could have run the place for Komora. Me is a fan of you too. You can't even test the 20th greatest artist.
No.
In the 90s. The
So-
20th.
Some lyrics don't make sense.
Trust me upon that. Well, me never get into the make sense. You know. I'm just saying from a talent perspective. From a creative perspective. No, me not see no artist right now in a dancehall space can test the 20th greatest artist in a 1990. If anybody want to dispute that, call us up,
in.
leave your comment and tell me which one of them.
Yeah. 848-480-6371.
No, if you want contest, don't leave no comment. Call up.
Yeah.
You want to hear.
And when we
who
say
want
this,
contest.
it's not bashing off, we are bashing the artists today. Because
And we
as
love
I said
them.
again,
We
we
love
love
the
the
artists
artists
them
them today, I love it. But for a man we live through them era there, me no see none. No. One of the artists that come the closest in the last couple of generations to any artist in the 80s and the 90s are Vice Cartel.
Yeah.
Zane? But if you listen to Vice Cartel good, you can know where school him a come from. And him dropping an era where there is not enough merging talent like him. So him control a space.
Dominate
And the whole of the generation now follow him.
I'm glad you mentioned his name.
Them a follow him. So that them think, that's why them always say, boy, the teacher a lyricist, no. Lyricist, no. But yeah, but the teacher is a lyricist to a man we're under 40 years old.
So,
you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because them don't understand.
So you know certain artists.
That Vice Cartel is not a lyricist now.
Yeah, here you go.
Vice Cartel is a genius.
He's a genius.
But
Yes.
I'm just saying, back then you have many geniuses at one time. You understand what I'm saying?
True. All right, so I think it started from him to where dancehall take a
Yeah, man. Take a
around the
take a
corner
E-turn,
turn.
man. Yeah, take a E-turn. Yeah.
I'm gonna explain why. I remember when him and Ninja Man up on stage and him rush Ninja Man on stage physically.
Yeah.
You remember that, right?
That was a mix-up.
That's what I'm
Even
saying.
him himself know that.
Yeah.
He might acknowledge that. He might acknowledge that.
All right, so you remember when Buju took the mic from him and Bounty Killer said something. Now that never go physically and they never diss each other like that. You know what I mean? I say because it's a mutual respect there.
Yeah.
But when him rush Ninja Man on stage, me never like that still, honestly.
What
You understand? Me never like
never
that
like that?
because that send a message to the younger artists them that is okay to do that.
Yeah.
This is why the younger
And it's okay not to even respect the foundation.
Foundation,
of business.
yeah,
The next
yeah. You
generation
can't, you have to do that,
before
man.
we set the
But
stage.
I'll take you back to.
But before you say that, but the reason why I give Vice Cartel a pass for that, he might acknowledge that. Says a mistake. I remember, you know, when you're young, when he's a young artist at that time, I come up, you know, like Vice Cartel at that time when he was on stage. You have to fight for your space, you know. Dancehall is a brutal place, you know.
Yeah, but you know, physically hurt each other, bro.
I know, but what I'm saying to you, the reason why, it's easy for me to sit here and say that. Me come from Jamaica and come through trenches. The tension, Vice Cartel not think that way at that time.
Yeah.
After it happened, now he look into himself and say, yo, shouldn't I really
shouldn't
this
do
is
that.
ninja
Yeah,
still,
shouldn't
you
have
know?
this
So
and
that's
like
why I apologize for that.
Yeah.
But after that, you notice it's a different type of Vice Cartel, a more mature
Yeah.
and focused on music itself and understand.
Yeah, but
so, you
Kat,
know, say go.
give me a bit. It might sound silly, but that's a way for a new artist. For bust, you know.
For boss too, at Sting.
And make us
yeah.
me personally
Yeah.
tell you that.
Yeah. Cause
You see when a artist up there with big name, I go face off with an artist who have that name. The artist who have that name has nothing to lose.
True.
that enhanced Vice Cartel career, you know.
It did.
To me and you is a
And-
Ninja Man fan and respect
and
Ninja
that
Man
was
so
him.
much. We are going to feel it, you know. But to the young generation, we look up to a Vice Cartel, they emerge right and now, woo, send him thing to the sky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so we on the dance thing. I kind of like the conversation. So, you know me throw me little something out there 'cause I'll be paying attention. So, the word out there right now say Shabba at this dance hall. You understand? And I'm just gonna say what the word. I'm not saying Vbck podcast is saying that's what actually happening.
Yeah.
I'm just going off of what we've seen online. I watch a couple commentators and what they're saying, and them I say Shabba now get the respect of Jamaica no more because Shabba win a Grammy and him turn him back and him gone and him not come back and him not want help nobody, all type of something. What do you think about that?
Well, for me, I don't want to speak about it. And I tell you why I don't want to speak on it.
Yeah,
I don't know Shabba like that.
me neither.
I don't know about him. I am more familiar with Bounty Killer.
Cool.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so it's hard for me to just start judge and say what I think. And if you ask me a question about what I just say about it, you know, I can't back it up. So, you know,
But you can't speak on something you're not really
Yeah.
knowledgeable about. You know what I'm saying?
Well, me hear people throw around, oh, Shabba now get the respect from who?
Yeah.
I mean, one person can't, if somebody come out with a certain feelings or a agenda against Shabba ranks, you can't speak for the whole Jamaica, you know. So I don't know why people all the while always take up this thing like them can voice an opinion and talk for the whole Jamaica. Cause whoever in a Jamaica who love Shabba go love Shabba, despite what you want to say.
True.
You can't stop Shabba ranking fans.
True.
You understand?
Shabba
can't stop
Yeah.
Bounty fans
And you
neither.
can't stop Bounty for no DJ or artist fans.
Yeah.
You understand?
Everybody
One thing me I gonna say, from my perspective and from VBCK podcast perspective, we love all of the artists them, cause few brother them and few sister them, and me I go voice our opinion about them, but me I go be rational as me possible, and me I go love them same way, cause we are talking about music, you know.
And
And
try
if you're
to be
great,
honest too.
yeah, and if you're great, you're great. Shabba ranking great, Bounty Killer great. Who else? Everybody great. You understand? Legendary star. A matter of fact, great is an understatement in a dancehall space. Bounty and Shabba are legend in a dancehall space.
True.
Whether you're a fan of them or you're not a fan of them, whether you like them, what them do last week or this week, have nothing to do with their music. Me I talk about, you know, me not talk about who them a date, who them married, where them just set to one person around the road. Me not care about none of that. Me I talk about music.
Because Shabba was my favorite until Bounty came.
Me have many favorite brother.
I'll be honest with you.
I have
He
many
was-
favorite.
I'm just saying, you know, I have many favorite, but the
Yeah.
person that will make me want DJ and pick up, you know what I'm saying, back then, there was Shabba.
Yeah.
You understand?
I must say this though. Because when Shabba come out them time when we are high school, so you don't know, say, Shabba just come with a different type of finesse, Bridget.
Yeah.
A certain level of intelligence for you get to you. You have to give it to him.
Yeah.
Now if you put him thing together, the attire, Shabba move a generation, you know, brother. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to understand that, you know. Straight up a Grammy, you know. You understand what I'm saying? So, no care what you want to say.
I may say
You know
this.
what I mean? Shabba does not league by himself.
Yeah, I
Just
may
be
say
that
this.
way.
For a lot of the people who talk about Shabba this, Shabba that, listen, You can't carry everybody with you.
You can't carry everybody.
Number one. You
Somebody gonna be
understand? And you
disgruntled.
can't help everybody.
Somebody are gonna be disgruntled.
Exactly.
and try
So
to tear
that's
down
just
your
what
thing,
it is.
you know what I
That's
mean?
just what it is,
Yeah, that's
man.
what it is.
I
You know what I mean?
I tell you something about Bounty Killer. We perform on a show with Bounty Killer where them just a come out. Buff Bay. They have a place on the seaside of Buff Bay named Nature's Way. And I always feel say Bounty too aggressive. I was not a Bounty Killer fan for many years. Because of ignorance.
Yeah.
We just
I'm gonna ask you what
We-
makes
we
you
don't-
what
we
makes you
just
become
know-
a fan though.
But start listen to the man. And listen how the man put lyrics.
And the content too.
How the man put lyrics
Yeah.
together
But let me
in him song.
stick a pen
I'm
for a
so-
second. Stick
I'm
a
so
pen.
weird.
Stick a pen for a second. Remember a couple of sentences ago I was saying a lot of people write for Bounty Killer too. So it ain't really Bounty Killer putting the lyrics together. Him perform it and him put the roughness and the voice and the melody.
but wait.
The content coming from somebody else.
Wait, no, sometime a man
So we
write-
need to know who is the person behind, instead of give Bounty all the credit.
I'm not giving them
'Cause
all.
he agreed. I hear him say, him agree said a lot of people pen for him.
Well,
so you know what I'm saying? You,
Yeah, but-
you get where I'm going at, right?
I pen a song for you
yeah,
and I pen a song for Veggie.
yeah.
Same song. The way you deliver it is a different way.
No, I get that. That's what I'm saying.
Reggie,
I'm agreeing with you on that part. But what me I say is the content.
But how
It's the lyrics.
But listen again, I say how we put it,
Yeah,
how we deliver it.
yeah. The delivery. Yeah, we give him credit for the delivery.
It makes sense. Yes,
Because this one thing we're always against. A lot of artists out there get all of the credit for the complete project,
It's true.
and we don't hear about the person that's
Alright.
put
Ghost
the thing-
riders.
You get what I'm saying?
Ghost
Yeah.
So I'm going to defend Bunty in this
You go ahead.
aspect. So, two things. Bunty have a certain type of personality,
Yeah.
like none other.
No, for the record, I'm not this Bounty, you know.
No, we know that.
Okay.
We just explain. We don't say
Yeah.
not this Bunty. We don't never this Bunty for.
No.
We not this not artist. We
Just
talk
I keep it.
rational,
I'm
yeah.
just keeping it.
So
keeping it
so
G.
so Bunty have a certain personality. So even if I'm the greatest writer in the world, if I write a dancehall lyrics and the artist that I give it to can bring it off with the type of personality and charisma and aggression to make the song become it to be, Bunty Killer master of that.
True.
Bunty Killer have never shied away to say who writes.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
You know,
That's
so
what
if
I'm
you-
saying.
If people really pay attention to details, Bunty Killer tell you all the time about all the different
Right,
angel
that's it.
doulas,
Yeah,
all
all
sort of
them,
people
yeah,
who
yeah,
write
right.
film.
Yeah.
Because all them man the thing set up a whole lot of people their studio.
Yeah.
So a whole lot of people get credit.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? If you don't want to go get one platform for yourself. If you say, I me write a song there for Bunty, you know, or I me write the chorus. Bunty Killer can't go get up on every stage show
Yeah,
and
true,
tell
true.
tell you about him. You have to pay attention to him thing.
Yeah.
So you who write a song, you must consider yourself a legitimate songwriter and go on platforms and interview and said, oh, you know,
I'm a writer.
me write that.
I'm a writer,
Bunty
yeah.
Killer might have said that in 5 interviews, but you can't expect him to go across the world and tell everybody, say, you're right, you're right, you're
You
right.
can't sit
Then,
back and leave
then
the
I when him
job
go
to him.
DJ.
True.
And when him make no money, then they must sing Bunty Killer sing. If him go tell us how much write. You understand what I'm saying? Plus where him write.
The interview would have done
The
it just
interview
that.
that done and the show that done and him not sing yet.
Now I was just saying
you know.
that off of what?
Yeah.
Off of his
but,
own words.
But you're right.
Yeah.
Especially in our industry,
Yeah.
a lot of people who is behind the scene, who are writers, arrangers, you know what I mean, doesn't really get the credit
don't get
that
the
they're
credit,
due.
yeah.
So on the VBCK podcast right now, we're saying, make sure you're bigging up the writers. You know, make sure you're giving them their proper credits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, call their names. Make people know that they're the one that write this. You know, give them their due respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because everybody in the industry need that.
Yeah, and make sure they
respect.
get them cut too.
Yeah. but always remember, no, the artist is always gonna get seems like all I like.
True.
Because
'Cause of them out there on the front page.
They're on the front line.
Yeah,
They're on the front
yeah.
line. And most people, really and truly, most fans are interested in nobody else but the artist. You understand what I'm saying?
It's like the striker in
Yeah.
a football game.
I know time is against us, but Remember, VBCK podcast every Sunday, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. And you also can call in. If you didn't get to watch it live on the VBCK podcast website, you can actually watch it later on YouTube. Okay? Before we go.
You could still go back to the site and watch it too.
Okay.
Yeah, and before we leave, all the people out there who's watching this podcast, I want you to go and check out George Prophet Music. I'm on all major digital platform.
Definitely.
Go to my YouTube, George Prophet Reggae. My Facebook, George Prophet Dub.
Yes, and I also want to introduce the song I've been listening to all week. Big, bad lovers rock song right now, you know what I mean? It's Ainika Muzi and Lila Aiki. It's called I Want You. Go check it out.
Okay.
Ainika Muzi, Lila Aiki, I Want You. You hear it right here on the VBCK podcast. Go check it out.
Look us up. Google us. Google George Prophet. Google DJ See Your Cat. There's a lot of music out there online. You understand? Veggie Buns waiting for the album, you know, or the EP. Don't blame me this time. I'm now going to take it.
Peeper. He's waiting for the album, and I'm waiting for him to give me some studio time. Go figure that out, okay?
All right.
But it's coming this summer. Definitely, it's coming this summer.
Yeah,
if you don't get the full mixtape album, you're getting at least a EP, a extended play.
And people, there's a new song coming out. George Prophet versus Veggie Bun sometime soon. What's the name, Veggie Bun?
Is it verses or feature?
Feature, what I don't care what you want to call it. George Prophet and Veggie Buns.
You know which song you're talking about?
Which song?
I'm just asking you. You know what song he's talking about?
The one, the last one he just did.
What's his name? What's the name of it?
It's called
Fascinated.
Fascination, yeah.
Fascinated.
Dude,
Fascination.
you record the song, you mix the song, and you master the song.
You don't know.
You even play the song.
Yeah, because there's so many songs, man.
Nah,
It's-
man,
it's-
you should know that one.
There's
That's the one we're
only
talking about. There's
one
only
song,
one
me and-
song.
me and-
I was
Veggie
close
Buns.
though. I was about to say it before George Prophet said
It's
it.
called Fascinated, ladies and
Yeah, but
gentlemen.
you was
It's
going to
coming
say
soon.
fascination. It is fascinated.
It's called Fascinated, people. It's coming soon. So listen for that. You soon start hearing DJ CO Cat dropping that on World Hype Radio, you know what I mean? Yeah, we're just waiting for the premiere, doing some little final touches around the edges, you know what I mean? You know, the thing has to be prim and proper. Yes, so it's, once again, it's George Prophet featuring Veggie Bun, Fascinated. It's coming soon, you know what I mean?
Oh, no, see, our website look nice and powerful and pretty. Go up there and subscribe. VBCKpodcast.com.
And I can never leave the airwaves without bigging up Miss Louise Laudat in London, England. You know what I mean? London, England. Miss Louise Laudat. Big up yourself. You know what I mean?
She been promoting this VBCK podcast all week.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
She's up there heavy. You know what I mean?
Working very hard.
Yeah, working very hard.
And I must say enough love to everybody who was watching today. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We're growing. I really, really appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Love for everyone.
And we will be on next week Sunday.
4
4 p.m. sharp.
4 p.m. to 5 p.m.